All right. Practice Naturals. Jeff, are you ready to lose some weight?
I am to reverse that body age. But
There is a little work that comes into this, but it's easy work. It's just basically eating right. So at the end of the day, we're teaching people what to eat, at what time to eat, and what portions.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward. So most of us know what to do, but sometimes we need a little more kick in the butt, maybe a little accountability.
Yeah.
That's really what this is going to do. So what I love about this is it is all natural. There is nothing here that's going to interfere with any medications. This is all herbal based. It's been tested for a couple years now. We get great results. Average loss is 13 pounds every 30 days.
Right.
And you're going to eat your own food. So this is not frozen meals. We're not going and get prepackaged stuff. So I want you to go to the grocery store, buy what you enjoy, but let's get the right mix of foods at the right time of day. So what we're eating is proteins, fruits, and vegetables at the end of the day. So if it doesn't fit those three categories, like the rices, the pastas, none of those things are off the table for the next 30 days. Proteins, fruits, and veggies. Think nice, clean eating at the end of the day. So do you have an air fryer?
I actually do.
All right, it's going to be your best friend because one of the things I'm asking you not to do for the next 30 days are oils, even the healthy oils, the avocados, the olive oils. We want to put those aside for 30 days because they can interfere with what we're trying to do. So think dry rubs and seasonings, which makes air fryers really, really beneficial for this. So let's run through this. I'm going to give you the short and sweet version of this, but at the end of the day, the manual is great. Right off the bat, I would say use your phone, scan the QR code when you get home. It's going to take you right to the private Facebook group for Practice Naturals. So there's recipe books in there. There are suggestions. You're going to get feedback from other practitioners, other folks who are doing the same exact program that you're doing. So there's a lot of good stuff in there. But let's jump into what's in the actual kit. So right off the bat, we'll start with the Boost. The Boost, these are a bunch of amino acids. At the end of the day, these are all the building blocks to your muscles. So we're going to help you build some muscle mass even if you weren't going to the gym. We know you're working out, so this is just gonna make that much more effective. Okay, so with the Boost, we want one full dropper 3 times a day. So you can kind of see with the diagram here, what it's trying to explain is when you squeeze that dropper, it doesn't fill all the way. It's gonna go anywhere from a third to half full per squeeze, but we want the equivalent of a full dropper 3 times a day. So you might have to squeeze it 2, maybe 3 times each time, but you can follow when you're gonna take it. But one full dropper's worth.
Gotcha. Okay.
The next one is Suppress. This is a natural appetite suppressant. It's called Caralluma fimbriata. It's a flower from a cactus. It is a great way to help with cravings throughout the day. It's 2 capsules a day. You can see just like you got in here. Most folks take 1 after breakfast, 1 after lunch. When you take it is really up to you. If there's a specific time of day between meals that you tend to get cravings and want a snack, that's a good time to take the Suppress.
Okay. Got it.
And you can take these together, so you don't have to keep them separate. Next one here is the Cleanse. This is a good liver cleanse with a bunch of milk thistle in it. So we are gonna tax the liver a lot between dietary changes and the Controlate. So we wanna give your liver all the ability to cleanse itself out nice and just stay nice and healthy. So take the liver cleanse, again, 2 capsules a day, 1 with lunch, 1 with dinner.
Got it. Okay. And is that like at the same time or like, because I know I'll
You can take them at the same time. Yeah, it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. These are all designed so that you could take them together. Most folks take the digestive stuff, which we'll get into next, with a meal. The cleanse, it really doesn't matter. Just get 2 in a day.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, so the next one are the digestive enzymes. These were formulated specifically for a high protein diet. Most digestive enzymes on the market are for carbs, they're more for the fruits and the vegetables, but this is a high protein diet. So you want to help your body process and digest those proteins adequately, and that's exactly what that's going to do.
Okay.
Same thing, it's 2 capsules a day. You can take it right with the cleanse, just like most people do. Usually 1 with lunch and 1 with dinner. When you're eating the protein is when you want the enzymes in the stomach at the end of the day.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then the optional product is the Burn. The Burn is in a black bottle by design because not everybody's going to use it. You are, because I know you're not sensitive to caffeine. But if anybody was sensitive to caffeine or had a heart condition, we would go ahead and just pull that black bottle out of the kit. There is the equivalent caffeine in here of about 4 cups of coffee.
Oh, wow.
So you're not going to take this on top of other caffeine. If you have another stimulant like coffee or an energy drink, you're going to put those aside for 30 days and just use the Burn instead. Don't do it on top of that. We obviously want to be careful and cautious with the heart. We don't want to overload you with caffeine.
Gotcha. Okay.
Most folks do like that though because it's a good clean caffeine, and with the slow release capsule they're in, you will stay nice and alert all day long without the jitters that we tend to get with caffeine. Most folks fall in love with the Burn. So, any questions on what we're putting in the body yet?
No, seems pretty straightforward.
Okay. Big thing with the burn, if you are taking that, let's take it in the morning before 10 a.m. because they do not want to affect your sleep at night. So we want to make sure sleep is good. We're going to have low cortisol levels at night. And I would not take that on an empty stomach. Make sure you take it with your breakfast.
My question was going to be, can I take it right when I wake up with breakfast?
Eat with breakfast. So yeah, like I do the V-Pro, the vegan protein shake every morning for breakfast, and I take burn right with it.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So next we're going into, we've got some basic rules. I'll hit a couple of the big ones in here. We are trying to avoid, like I said, the cooking oils, but there are two specific food groups that are absolute no-nos when you're doing Practice Naturals. And it's because of the inflammation they cause in our gut, slowing down the fat burning process. So number one is alcohol. Number two is dairy. So think that dairy is the kicker for a lot of folks. So if it came from the cow, we're talking butter, coffee creamers, cheese for sure, which is a hard one for folks, right? We're talking about the wine and the cheese. That usually
trying to kill me,
right? But if we can take the inflammation out of the body behaves better and is much more efficient, and you will lose weight very, very quickly when you do that. Okay. Another big one in here is everybody asks about eggs. Many diets say no to eggs. We're fine with the eggs, but if you're trying to lose weight, it's better to focus on egg whites and not the yolks.
Okay. Is it fine to get those little packages of egg whites or absolutely a little carton of egg whites?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. That's a great option for breakfast. In fact, I do tell pretty much everybody who does this, for breakfast, you can certainly do a protein shake. Just make sure it's a vegan shake like the V-Pro. We don't want the whey because that's dairy at the end of the day. Okay. But if you can, this is not normal for most folks, but I would actually prefer you eat your breakfast, that protein, whether it's the eggs, whether it's a full chicken breast, a steak, whatever that is, because there's other stuff in there your body's going to take advantage of. But that's not normal for most of us. If you're not wanting to have a chicken breast for breakfast, I get it. Go with a vegan protein shake. Okay. And the other big one on here are nuts. A lot of dietary protocols say absolutely no to nuts because of the fats and the oils in there. A good handful of almonds, about 2 ounces a day, is allowed in here. A lot of people like something crunchy for a snack, and almonds are a great option for that. So don't be afraid of it. And then that last bullet that is bolded at the bottom is really the key to success in the entire program. It's eat the rainbow, a variety of food. So the more you mix up your foods, the more nutrients your body's gonna have and the less it will hang on to. What we typically deal with here are not overeaters. We're dealing with undereaters, folks that just do not eat enough. They're missing all the vitamins and minerals from foods they're not eating. Like a lot of folks avoid fruits because they're afraid of the sugars. I'm not afraid of the sugar at all. The sugars, the natural sugars are good, but all the vitamins and minerals in those fruits we need. And when you're missing them, the body starts hanging on to things. It makes it hard to lose weight. So we're gonna flood you with a variety of food so your body goes, I don't need to hold on to anything. I have more than I need, and you will shed weight very, very quickly.
Interesting.
Yeah. Many folks lose 5-6 pounds the first week when they do this.
Oh, wow. So, yeah. I hope that's me.
I do too. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to let you run through some of the basic stuff on here. We're talking about sweeteners, what to use. We're talking stevia, monk fruit, a little of the stuff in there. But if you flip over to the next page, we're going to throw in your initial stats from today, the scale measurements and your actual body measurements. So it's our starting point, and then we'll compare them at the end. Okay. The next page here is where the nitty-gritty comes in. So we're dividing everybody into 3 categories, an A, B, or C. So based on your resting metabolism, you are a category C just like me. And so if you come right down to C, you'll see exactly what you're eating, what those portions are for your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. So you can kind of see, what those breakdowns are. The key thing I want to point out in here is breakfast is just protein. Okay. This is not a shake where you're throwing things in the blender with some other fruits or veggies or other stuff. Stick to the protein only. We want to crank your metabolism, wake up the brain, and leave it at that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Any questions on that stuff yet?
No. Again, everything pretty
straightforward. Do you have a food scale?
No.
Okay, so we're gonna want to get you a food scale. I've got one in the lobby we can get you set up with. Okay. You don't need a fancy food scale. Pretty straightforward stuff. You don't need to go spend $150 on those. $12 food scales will do the same job. Okay. But we don't want to be guessing. We don't want to be eyeballing portions. So like it says 5 ounces, I want you to measure it out in its pre-cooked weight. So it's before you cook it, what does it weigh?
Oh, okay. Good enough.
All right, on the next page here, I'm gonna summarize what this whole thing says, but it's telling you what to do with the colored boxes. So we divided food into green, red, and blue categories to help you get the variety. Think of going to the grocery store and you're looking at that vegetable aisle and you see, all of the rainbow colors. Mm-hmm. That is nature's way of telling us about different vitamins and minerals. We need the rainbow. Okay. What we tend to see, and it's not a bad thing necessarily, but what we tend to see is people's favorites. We all have our favorites, right? Could be chicken, broccoli, strawberry, chicken, broccoli, strawberry, chicken, blueberry, cauliflower. Minor variation, and they're good choices, but it's still not a lot of variety. So when we do this, the idea is you got proteins, fruits, and vegetables in each color category. You get one from each per day. 1 grain protein, 1 grain vegetable, 1 grain fruit.
Okay.
And you'll notice in the red, all of our berries are in the red category. You get 1 berry serving per day, not 2 or 3. Because there are a lot of sugars in there. We are okay with the sugars, but we don't want to overdo it.
Gotcha.
In fact, I encourage most folks for best results to limit their fruits to 3 servings a week as opposed to 1 a day. But yeah, if you had, say, beef right here at the top of the green, maybe you had a steak for breakfast, no more green proteins the rest of the day. For lunch and dinner, you need to choose a red and a blue.
Okay.
Same thing for the fruits and the vegetables. That will encourage the variety. This is not an exhaustive list of what you can eat. If it's not on here, that doesn't mean you can't eat it. This is just a starting point to help guide you along the variety.
That's way more than I eat in a month anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah, so just start with that. It gives you a whole variety. This is a good opportunity for you to expand your palate and find some new foods that you didn't even have exposure to before.
Yeah. Got it.
Questions on that yet?
No, again, you're explaining it pretty well. So I'm sure, like, as I do it, though, I'll probably forget a little bit. And
that's what we're here for, right? We're going to see you twice a week, so that's what the accountability is for. So, yeah, don't be shy with us. Ask away. Any questions you got? Cool. The next page are the snack options. It is rare that anybody is still hungry and wants to snack on this. Usually, we're increasing portions. But at the end of the day, if you are still hungry or you want a snack, this is where you should turn. And you're going to find that most of these are the building blocks to a salad.
Okay.
So nice clean salad. If you are having salads, everything in these boxes, they do not count towards your portions. Like, so these are mostly veggies. None of these are mostly water vegetables. They don't count towards your vegetable portions for the day.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
They're all excess and they don't count at all. Have as much as you want. If you are having a salad, the key is to make sure you have some fats with your salads. You need a dressing. So we don't want a dairy, not like a ranch, but it could be olive oil, maybe some avocado oil. I recommend about a tablespoon, just kind of mix it in there.
Okay.
But those oils will help you pull all the nutrients out of those salad components, so it's not just fiber.
Gotcha.
If you were eating a dry salad, you got a lot of fiber and you're not pulling the nutrients out of there. It's not doing the job.
I did not know that.
A lot of frequently asked questions. We get stuff like, hey, can I have bacon? It's protein, right? Well, no, we want a lean, clean protein, right? Bacon is not a lean protein, so that's off the table. Detox, I do recommend for a lot of folks, you can go through that. We're talking about like an Epsom salt foot bath to pull some junk out of the body. I would recommend you do that in the beginning and at the end of your program as well. It's just a good, healthy thing to do.
Okay.
But you can kind of read through that. The rest of this is straightforward. We're just talking about daily logs. So I want you to be very detailed in what you write down, writing down everything you eat. So in the morning, you're gonna get up, use the restroom, and then weigh yourself. Okay, nice and consistent every single day.
Okay.
Log how much water you're drinking. You'll see in the manual, we're looking for 80 to 100 ounces a day. And then for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, write down in detail what you're having, not just the foods, but also the weighed portions. And then at the bottom, we can track things like steps or whatever exercise and physical activity you're doing. The more you do, the better. But the more you track on here, I'm going to have you put your name in the book and leave it at the front desk with us when you come in to use the Controlights.
Okay.
So Serenity, I can pour through this and look for any patterns that might be slowing you down. And so that's part of the guarantees when we do this is we want to see the logging so we can keep you on track. 30 days goes quickly, or 4 weeks goes by like that. And so if we go a couple of weeks without knowing where you're at, it's hard to get you back on track if you've fallen off. So we want to see it on a regular basis.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the more detailed you are in here, the more we can help.
Okay. Got it.
Questions?
No, again, like I'm one of those people, like I'm gonna have to do it. And I, like right now it all makes sense, but I know as soon as I go to like I'm probably gonna be like texting you.
Absolutely, and that's what we're here for. Yeah, don't be shy with us. That's what we're here for. Yeah, we want to make sure you get there. Again, we guarantee the results. So I want to be available to you to make sure that we can get you there at the end of the day. That's my goal.
Okay. Cool. Well, seems pretty straightforward. So
yeah, read through it. If you have questions, text us, call us, wherever you need. Ask them when you come back in the office. But at the end of the day, this is all about you getting the results.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very, very much. And,
Absolutely.
I know it's going to be tough, but I know the results are going to be worth it. So we'll try to make it shake and see if I can reverse my body age a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So.
Yeah, we'll get great results with you.